Do you have a job interview in English coming up? And if so, are you feeling nervous about it? If so, that's okay. You are not alone. Job interviews are very high stakes situations, especially if English is not your first language. But here's the truth most interview anxiety, it doesn't come from your English ability, it comes from pressure, uncertainty, and fear of judgment. In today's video, I'll show you how to calm those nerves, show up with clarity, and let your real voice shine through. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Frustrated to Fluent. I'm Devin Bruce. I'm the founder and CEO of the English Communication Academy, and we help non-native English speakers in healthcare communicate effectively with their patients, colleagues, and staff. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to nail that job interview. Because if you have ever felt nervous before a job interview in English, you're not alone. Your palms may sweat, your heart races, and then your mind may actually go blank. And then suddenly, all of that English that you have studied for all those years suddenly just seems to magically disappear. But here's the truth most job interview anxiety, it really isn't about your English, it's about fear. It could be a fear of being judged, a fear of messing up, a fear of not being good enough, or it just could be a fear of not feeling worthy. But that's okay, because in this video, I'll show you how to calm your nerves, think clearly, speak confidently, and show up the way that you want, because you can focus on what really matters, which is sharing your value. All right, let's get to it. I really first want to talk about what's really causing your anxiety. That way we can get to the root of the problem first and then work from there. So when you feel anxious, it's usually not about your grammar or vocabulary. It's about pressure because you want to sound professional. You want to sometimes prove that you are qualified, and you also want to impress the interviewer. However, the more pressure you feel, the harder it is to think clearly. Your brain, it goes into fight or flight mode. And when that happens, your thoughts speed up, your breathing gets shallow. You might even forget how to say basic words that you use every single day. But I want you to know that that's not your fault. It's your nervous system actually trying to protect you. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to start to rewire that reaction starting right now. So, the very first thing that you can start doing now is to prepare strategically, not perfectly. Many people, understandably, try to calm their nerves by memorizing answers. But unfortunately, that doesn't work because when you memorize full answers like that, you sound very robotic. And then when you sound robotic, you're not coming across as human. Also, if you forget one word or one phrase from that memorization, your mind can freeze on you. So instead of trying to memorize everything, I want you to prepare for categories. Let me explain. For example, so when they say, tell me about yourself, well, you can have 3 or 4 major bullet points. You can talk about your role, your experience, your passion, and also what you're looking for. If they ask you, so tell me, what are your strengths and weaknesses? You can use real life examples for that. For example, I'm someone who really pays attention to detail, especially when it comes to patient safety. Or one area that I'm still working on is delegating. I tend to take too much on myself. Or if they say, tell me about a time when, and then insert something, you can use the STAR method, which is situation, task, action, and result. You want to keep that very short and simple, but don't try to impress. Just be clear. You can practice these things out loud. Just don't read your notes. Try to say your answers with your mouth, not just your mind. This trains your brain to speak fluently, even under pressure. Now, let's talk about how to train your nervous system. Okay, here's something that many people forget. You can't calm your mind if your body is in panic mode. So before your interview, just take 3 minutes if you can, just to reset your nervous system. For example, you can try this. You can do the 4-7-8 breathing. So you inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7, and then exhale for 8. If you do this 3 times, it tells your body that you're safe, that you're comfortable, and that you can proceed. Another thing that you can do is the posture reset. So stand up tall, shoulders back, feet flat. When you're in an open posture, your voice automatically opens as well. And then another thing, this is super simple and easy. You can just smile. Yes, smile. Smiling relaxes your jaw and it sends a message to your brain, I'm okay. If you do these things right before the interview and then again during, if you feel tension, you're going to really nail your interview. Another thing to keep in mind is to speak clearly, not quickly. This is so important when you're doing the interview because when we get nervous, we tend to speak faster. But fast does not mean fluent. In fact, rushing can make you sound less confident and much harder to understand. So here is what you do instead. You slow down. That's it. You slow down because when you slow down, you pause between your ideas and that lets your message land. And if you need time to think, it's okay. Just say, that's a great question. Let me think about that for a minute. Or, that's a great question. I've never been asked that before. Here's what comes to mind. These phrases show your confidence, not your weakness. Also, you're giving yourself space to think. And that is a huge strength. Next up, when it comes to your interview, focus on the connection, not perfection. Here's something that every hiring manager is really looking for. They're looking for someone that they can trust. Also, they're looking for someone who communicates clearly and someone who fits into their team. They're not necessarily looking for someone who speaks the most perfect English or they nail their grammar 100% of the time. They really and truly want to know, can I work with this person? Can they express their ideas clearly? Do they show initiative? Do they care? Are they professional? Can they work with our team? And something that is so important when it comes to this is that you already have those qualities. So you just need to stop judging yourself so harshly because you're not there to prove that you have perfect English. You're there to show who you are and more importantly, how you can help. All right, so let's recap. This is how you conquer your job interview jitters in English. The first thing is that you really want to understand the root cause of your anxiety. It's not just the language. You prepare in categories and you don't read the full script. You practice out loud, not just in your head. Also, you regulate your body. You breathe, you pause, you smile. Make sure to slow down because that gives yourself space to think. Make sure that you focus on connection and not perfection. And if you're watching this because you have a job interview in English coming up, I want you to know this. You're ready, you're qualified, and your voice truly matters. All right, so if this video helped you, please hit like and subscribe. Also, if you are a non-native English speaker in healthcare, please share this with other non-native speakers because I am on a mission to close the language gap in healthcare. And if you want some quick fixes right now, please download my free guide. It's 10 phrases that every healthcare professional should know, and it's phenomenal. It's great. I've gotten some really good feedback on it. It tells you the phrase, when to use it, not when not to use it. It tells you the tone, and it gives you a real life scenario in healthcare. If you want the link for that, you can go to frustratedtofluent.com or you can click on the description box below. It's also the pinned comment. And if you like this video, check out these other videos as well. All right, that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Take care.